Hello, my name is Gail Schrader. I'm with Willamette Graystone. I'm here with Mark and Luke. Today we're going to talk about panorama flag. The very first thing to understand is, even though these look like multiple pieces, it's basically one shape. And to show you that, we flip these over, and I'll just do two of these. The overall shape is practically identical from one to another. One of the features that you'll see today is that panorama flag can be laid with no trim cuts along the edge. To achieve that, we take one of these shapes, make it into two pieces, and when laid together, they create the one-piece shape. Alright, now what we're going to take a look at is how to build the lane pattern. Just in review, remember that all of the shapes are really identical. If we turn them over, they would be the same. It's just the false joints on the top of the paver that gives the appearance of multiple pieces. One of the feature benefits, the labor-saving benefits of panorama flag, is how simple the pattern can be laid, and later on we'll get into the simplicity of laying the edge. But right now we're going to take a look at what we refer to as a four-leaf clover. This four-piece pattern is repeated throughout the patio. I'm going to start with a whole piece. Well, notice the shape of the whole pieces. They all have one straight edge. So I laid that one down. Now Luke is going to match up that straight edge with the straight edge of the second piece. Now we'll each grab two more whole pieces, and instead of having those two straight edges meet each other, now we are going to set the straight edge facing away from that center. So we notice the straight edge there touching, and now I have a straight edge going away, and Luke just set another one. Now what we're going to do is move on from the initial four-piece pattern, clover, and we're going to expand this patio, just repeating that same four-piece pattern. As I had mentioned earlier, all of the panorama flag pieces have one straight edge. To expand that pattern, I'm going to grab another flag, set it down with the straight edge right next to the first straight edge. And as we did earlier, I'm going to position this one with the straight edge going away from these two. And the same thing is repeated on this side. The straight edge is going away from the initial two straight edge pieces that are in the center. We're back to laying panorama flag whole pieces. There's a tool that's been designed to make positioning the pavers simple and fast. So there's a contact point on the panorama flag. The tool drops in, lift on the handle, and the paver can be positioned, turn 90 degrees, quick and simple. Now we are going to take a look at a labor-saving design feature of panorama flag. Unlike many other stone-looking pavers in the industry, or certainly natural stone, panorama flag can be laid in rectangle, square-shaped projects with no trim cuts along the edge. Let's start out with a straight edge right here we have placed. I will then come off of this with a 90-degree no-cut corner. So I'm taking one of the half stones. Here's an example of that half stone, and I want to talk about contact points. This half stone has two contact points. What I mean by that is I have it touching the snap edge, in this case it's snap edge edging, in two places. Now I'm laying a whole stone. The whole stones along this straight edge are placed against our edge restraint with only one contact point. The far end is approximately an inch away. So we have a half stone, a whole stone. Then I have placed our second half stone, again, 2 contact points touching the plastic edging. One more half stone with 2 contact points. And then for the final piece, back to a whole stone with 1 contact point against the edging. So we started out half, whole, half, half, whole, and that is repeated. Now that we've laid the straight edge along our edge restraint here, I will show you how to come off of that straight edge with a 90-degree corner. And of course, again, the feature of Panorama Flag is that 90-degree corners can be done with no trim cuts. So I have my half piece in the corner, sliding in another half piece, again with 2 contact points touching the edge restraint. Another half piece, 2 contact points touching the edge restraint. Whole paver, 1 contact point touching the edge restraint and 1 approximately an inch away. And going back to the half stones with 2 contact points. And that would be repeated. The beauty of Panorama Flag becomes apparent when sand is swept into the joints, filling the whole joints and the partial joints.